Amber. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the movie Marry Me, starring Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson. This movie, I wanted to watch it just because, it had two of my favorite actors, and I thought that each of their movies, they each brought, their own style and, this quirkiness, and I wanted to see how they would work together. I feel like I've seen them together in a movie before, but I might be mistaken, or maybe this is their first movie together. I just don't remember it, but I thought that them two together was an interesting choice. Um, and I think that it worked really, really, really well. Um, just the way that Jennifer was so mellow and chill and brought her Latina sass, and then Owen just kind of nerdy, but then snarky and sarcastic, and just it all worked so well. And so I just appreciated the the humor in the movie, how lighthearted it was. It didn't feel too much of it just felt like a good sit down family movie. It was not geared to an adult audience, a kid audience. It was just kind of one of those feel good family movies, which I really appreciated. Um, so this movie is about two pop star individuals who have been together, and they are going to get married in front of millions of people in a concert where they're going to be doing the ceremony and everything. And it's the big talk. It's all over social media, tabloids, magazines, you name it. And what I really appreciated is that even though we got this glimpse this before of this pop star's life, we weren't really seeing who she was, and that was revealed more and more throughout the movie, and that is what I liked. But we got this idea of she's just excited, she's happy, big things are coming for her. She is not this sassy, well, she is sassy, but this horrible, bad attitude pop star who gets everything her way and what she wants. She's very much a caring person who is a pop star. And is her own girl boss, and she has, of course, assistants and everything. She's not used to doing things for herself, but really wants to, and she is doing things for herself in the way that she is making music and doing her career. So we get to see that perspective. And then later on through the movie, we get to see more of her. And then meanwhile, we get also a glimpse of uh, this single dad's life. And he's in this phase with his daughter of the daughter doesn't want to be seen with him. It's just kind of trying to break out of that shell of daddy's girl and everything. But he's been in her life and been her best friend and taking care of her and everything. So you get to see that relationship and everything. She goes to school, and she's he works at the school, he's a math teacher. um and so it's just very interesting. You see the teachers, that they're close to the family because they're the dad's friends and everything, and they're also looking into all this stuff that's going on with the pop star because it's all over social media, and they're all excited and everything, and the dad is just kind of I don't watch that, he's very chill and everything. um and so he didn't even expect to go to the concert, but he ended up going with a coworker, and then he took his daughter through just kind of by chance circumstances. Like every movie, there has to be that one thing that happens to lead them to there, even though they don't want to be there. And he ends up having to hold the sign that says "Marry Me." Go back to the pop star, and she um, finds out seconds before she goes on stage to get married that her fiance was cheating on her. And so she goes up on stage. She's supposed to do this whole number and everything. She doesn't. She's you know what? She's doing this whole speech about love and everything. And then she decides, I'm going to marry someone from the audience. And he's the only one holding the sign, or the one she sees. And she's I'm going to marry you. And he's just kind of okay. And it was just kind of spur of the moment. We did it. And then it's they drop him off at his house, and it's now what, and they agree to just get to know each other, make it like look good for the tabloids and everything, but at the same time, like, see if maybe it'll work out. If it doesn't, it doesn't, you know. And then he will like help his school by getting like money raised and a check for the math department, and it all works out. They make it seem like everything is okay. There's like no like anything hidden or like any like thing that like could possibly go wrong, like other than like, you know, like what could go wrong with just him being this average guy and like dating or being married to a celebrity. But like she's just like she just wants it to just be like, okay, let's work it out. Let's see what happens. If not, you know, we can make this look good. We'll help you. You help me. You know, I'm not trying to hurt you, and vice versa. So let's just do this. It just kind of happened, and let's do it. And so that's what they do. They get to know each other and everything. They end up falling for one another. And then like he tries to get her to like to do things more on her own. She like shows him like that there's more to life, and then like he shouldn't be so like mellow all the time, like he should take a chance and everything, that even though like he's cool, like, you know, doing his thing and everything, like he can up his game by like maybe like getting into social media and like doing that stuff to like promote it. It wasn't like a bad thing. It was just like it was very interesting, it was very funny, it was very quirky. It was no like pushing or anything. It was just kind of like, you know, let's do this. Let's just kind of like test the waters, and like you do this, like get out of your comfort zone, I get out of my comfort zone. And they learn a lot, and they like vibe off of each other, and like they better each other. And then he like gets her to kind of like start laying off like the video cameras and the social media and stuff like that, so that way she can just enjoy the moment. And I think she really appreciates that. And she uses her like skills and talents to help him out, because he runs like the math league and stuff. So like she helps with the kids and like get them like with their confidence boost and everything. It's like it worked all around. But he very much felt very out of place in like the when they were in front of the cameras, and when they ended up on TV and had to do interviews and like her pop star life, like he still fell apart um from that. And like when he was with her personally, it felt natural, it felt great. But when like he was apart from her, it's like, oh, she's this pop star, like she has this life. And then her ex comes back and like he wants her back, she doesn't want him back. And he's kind of like a little pushy, like, you know, he's like a ladies man, but like also kind of like a sweet guy who knows he made a mistake, but this is like that's how he is, like. And so he like wants her back, but at the same time like he's still kind of doing his thing. So it wasn't like he was like the bad guy, it was more sort of like he was just like the ex that like you roll your eyes at. And so like they're at this party, like because she got nominated for like a Grammy, and apparently she's never been able to do that. And he like the guy who she's married to, he is like, you don't need that. And like of course like she doesn't, she believes that, but like she's like, I got nominated for this, and it was for the song that she was going to get married to her ex with. And so like she's like, I have to do this and everything. And like he's like, yeah, I get it. He's like, but at the same time like it hurts him so much, where he's like, okay, maybe you are better off with him, maybe you do like him more. Like this is not my scene, like maybe this isn't meant to be. And so he leaves her, and she she misses him, and she writes him a song, and she feels like weird without him and everything, and she wants to make it work. So like, and the press is like constantly wanting to put her and her ex together, like they're together again. And like of course like the ex fiance is like a little pushing, like come on here, and you know, she's just kind of like, my heart is not in it anymore. um and so they're doing an interview with Jimmy Fallon. And I loved how like they took like they have really upped their game. Movies have really upped their game with like getting people who are famous and like the press and everything, and like on TV and the news, and like getting them to like work on like movies. So like Jimmy Fallon was a big part of this movie. And so like they're on Jimmy Fallon, and like he's like, you wrote this song for him and everything. She's like, I didn't write the song for him. And she gets up, she's like, I can't do this. She walks away, or rather runs away, in her tight little dress, and like is going to the airport, and she's in the airport in like her heels and this dress, and she's like walking like this, and she's going somewhere where it's freezing cold, so she has like somewhat like she's trying to figure things out on her own. She's like, I gotta do this on my own. But of course like people end up helping her, and like she's just kind of like, okay, like I need the help. And so then like she ends up getting like a coat from someone, and then like one of the friends of the guy ends up meeting her at the airport, and like they get a bus like to like drive them. It's all these things, and it's so funny because it's like she wants to do things for herself. Like the whole thing is like she's trying to do things for herself. She wants to do this grand gesture by herself, but she can't, because she is like famous, and like she doesn't have like, she needs to use her perks in this moment. So it was like, oh well. She gets to him just as like they're finishing up like the math contest that they're doing. That's why they're over there. And they didn't win, but like he is like saying that he's so proud of his daughter. She was the one who answered the last question, and like she got it, but like she answered too late. And it was funny because he was like doing the little dance like to get her like motivated, like remembering and like calm her down, because she was like having a panic attack up there. And then she shows up, and she like tells them that they did great. She does a whole speech of like, um that, she like basically she loves him, and like, she like made some dumb choices and stuff, but like she wants to be with him and everything. I'm talking about the pop star now, not the daughter. I'm horrible with names. I'm horrible with names. Um and so she gets like, they're technically still married, like they technically are. So like, but she gets like poster boards from like the school hallway, and says, will you marry me again? And I'm just like, well, technically he's still married to you, but okay. So yeah, then they're like, okay, we'll make it work, and they end up together. And like, yeah, like that's it. Like, and I love like the little moments like of him, like I thought it was happening too fast at first, but then like it started happening more gradually, and like him falling in love with her. He wanted to kind of spend more time with her. He loved like seeing her, and like her personality, and it was just a really really cute movie. There was a dog, there was a quirky assistant that ended up with like one of the other people in the movie. Like it just was like, it was one of those movies. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. That was really well done, really funny, really cute. And am I missing anything? No, I think that's it. But yeah, really, really, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend. I didn't think I was gonna like it that much. I thought it was gonna be a good movie, but I didn't think it was gonna be like one of those movies. I'm like, when you find those movies, it's just like, it's not a movie that you're anticipating or really like looking forward to watch, but it's like, hey, I kind of want to watch it, and then it ends up being like one of those movies that you can like turn on the TV and just watch whenever, and like it just be a good feel good movie. Like that's what it is. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. It was funny because like, uh, I'm about to do my outro, and then I remember this fun fact. We were watching it, and we were hearing the guy, and my sister's like, "Isn't that Maluma?" And I was like, "I don't know," because like I hear Maluma, but I don't really like recognize the artist, like especially like when they're like using their voice or something else. Like, it's rare that I can recognize it. I have to really know them, and then my sister's like, "Yeah, it's Maluma." Like I just googled it, so like that's fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the movie. I think some of the songs are already on the radio because it's Jennifer Lopez, and of course like it's her singing. And a lot of the songs are really good. So yeah, take a look at the movie if you want to, or just watch this review. It's up to you. Thank you so much for watching. I've said that 3 times, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.